We live, baby. Let's do it.
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's the Mondayest Monday ever, bro. After this long weekend.
It's such a Monday that Tom just said, fuck
so
it.
Bad, bro.
He's
this
done,
was a
dude.
bad Monday. This was legit a Monday.
You know, that's the hardest thing about a holiday weekend, man, is that you get all that nice time off, but then when you come back, it's just stuff stacks up. And that day, my whole day was just catching up, man. We had a site walk this morning over at Disney, walking a job site. And then after that, I got back and I think I checked emails for like 3 hours and had a few phone conversations. My day was over. Damn. It moved so quick. How was your weekend, man? You have a good Thanksgiving?
We did. A good Thanksgiving. Took the kids to Legoland on Saturday. Sunday had a birthday party to go to, so it was busy. So as I said, I need a little vacation today from the weekend.
Dude, I hear you, man. Well, hopefully we'll catch up a little bit this week, and we've got a game night this week, right? So yeah. Thursday, maybe we're gonna drop in. Where are we dropping, boys? A little Fortnite action, throwing it back. Man, that's gonna be fun. No build. God, I hope that's still a thing. I know the new season's getting ready to end or something like that, the OG one. So hopefully we can make that over here. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. And then hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you guys are over here inside the States, enjoy some time off. And hopefully your Monday wasn't too bad. We're excited over here because out of nowhere, Cardano NFTs, it's mysterious, it's fun, and it's got people talking, and all kinds of different speculation going on right now with the 400. We're gonna get into that a little bit later as far as a deep dive. But TJ, did you get a chance to quick see that? Are you on the outskirts of the 400 or are you in?
I'm unfortunately on the outskirts of the 400.
Outskirts, dude. I hear you.
I did see it, and I'll have my take on that later.
Yep. Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit later. But your boy, spoiler, I'm in there. I'm part of that.
It's not really a spoiler. Everybody knows you would get in there.
I know. Well, we'll dive into that a little bit later. Maybe Tom will join us by that time and get it. He's got some internet things going on right now. Usually it's me who has the internet problem, but for some reason tonight it's the Monday scene, right?
That's it.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody showing up here early. Shout out to Rez over there way early today.
Comments nice too.
Yeah, smash that like button. Let's say hi to chat tonight. How's everybody doing? Oh, first, welcome to F35 Live. You guys are joining us. This is our weekly live stream. We're here every Monday night from 9 p.m. Eastern to maybe 11 p.m. Eastern.
Who knows these days?
I don't know. Tonight we might get there. We got a lot to talk about. Appreciate everybody showing up. If this is your first time joining us, we do a weekly live stream every Monday night with different projects, different founders, different community members. It's a nice, fun, chill vibe. So sit back, enjoy the music, and shout out to our chat for hanging out with us. If you guys have any questions, comments, make sure you're subbed. Otherwise, you can't talk to us. It doesn't take much. It's free. You click that button, and then, hey, you're in. Shout out to Rez, J-Hub, Deco over here. Shiny, or another F35 mod. Shout out to him. Hugs Not Rugs, Cena T, J-Hub. I think I said your name already. Jason, Curly Knox, O-Side, Aries, Manga Business. Capitalist Pig, man. I don't know why that picture always gets me over here. He said almost 20 likes at the start of the show. Bull market coming back. Hey, a little bit of hype goes a long way these days, right? As we'll talk about a little bit later. Shout out to Kenny B over there from the Mongrels, aka Wyrd Digital team, which we're about to learn about here in a sec. We got Nomi, Loki, Eddie Z, Ada Legend, Arrow Art, and Mariana LaRoste with the Mallard PFP over there. Also,
you're getting good with the
Mallard
chat
Monday.
reading.
Hey, we're coming over that. Yo,
it's just flowing naturally for you,
dude. You know why, baby? It's Mallard Monday. TJ, you see that right there? I don't know if you guys saw that.
Still need that. Still need the merch.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I think that we're about a 5-minute intro over there. We told Rendr about 2-3, so we'll bring him back into it. The music cut me off right there. So let's go ahead, guys. We got a project we've had actually on earlier in the year. You guys may know them as the Mongrels or Valkry over here, but they're going through a little bit of a rebrand and got some really cool stuff in the works, as well as some art upgrades. You might see it behind us here as well. So let's go ahead and welcome on the founder. We'll bring him in over here. Welcome to the stage, Rendr. How you doing?
How's it going?
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Well, man. How's the week been for you, man? Long weekend, good holiday?
Yeah, a little out of town, no kids. Had a little fun. Took a little break. Back to work today. So yeah, there we go.
Awesome, man. Well, good to have you here tonight. Appreciate you showing up on this Monday night. I have to say, man, you guys have got a bunch of new stuff going on. I know we were joking backstage. Somebody was like asking you like, "Hey, that 400 logo's over on the thumbnail. Are you the founder behind that?" And you were like, "Having this? Are you? First off, are you the founder of the 400?"
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely
not. Out of the way.
I got more than I can handle right here. So.
Oh, that's funny, man. Well, Rendr, for everybody who doesn't know who you are, can you give us a quick little intro of who you are and what you do for the Wyrd Digital team, and also after that, what is Wyrd Digital?
Yeah, so I'm the founder of Wyrd Digital, which started with the Valkry collection back in February, and then went into the Mongrels collection in May. We did do a restructuring top rebrand thing. I don't know it's so much of a rebrand, it's just a bringing everything together.
Okay.
And so, you know, we do call it Wyrd Digital now, and Wyrd Digital is kind of our home for our collections.
Mm-hmm.
You know, similar to Yuga Labs is the home to a bunch of collections, you know, we're the home to our collections. And so Wyrd Digital handles the IP, the management of the collections, things like that. So it allows, instead of having to manage a website for each collection and a page for each collection, it allows us to do it all from one place. And so when we finish the platform in January, you'll be able to just go to Wyrd Digital and no matter which asset of ours you own, and connect to it and interact with your asset however you need to.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the point of Wyrd Digital. And the reason for that is we started as a lifestyle brand called Valkry. We wanted to create a way for Web 2 businesses to come into Web 3 and not be fake, and not be just try to take from the Web 3 community. We watched, you know, tons of big brands do that kind of thing, and we just felt there was a better way to build with Web 3. And because, you know, we love Web 3 and things we can do with it in the future, we thought let's build a company with it, something we wanted to do anyway. So let's try to merge these two, learn from it, continue to create and change and come up with a playbook that possibly even other people could use later to build a brand within Web 3. As the community grew from our 222 piece founders collection, we wanted to create a PFP collection so that they could represent themselves in the community. I mean, it's kind of part of the fun of it. We created the Mongrels collection. I did the art. It's kind of a, you know, cool collection, sold out in May, which was, you know, I give credit to my team and everybody else. It's pretty hard to sell out collections in May. So to sell out was pretty cool. We did it in, I don't know, 5 or 6 days. I can't remember how long it was. We learned over the course of the first 6 months or so that people in our community were enjoying being part of the community, but they were also, you know, gaming and doing other things. And, you know, our team had gamers on it, and we started looking at it and going, look, well, there's so many projects, you know, creating gaming platforms or creating this or creating that. You know, let's start integrating gaming a little bit so we can, you know, have fun in here while we're in here. You know, with NFT projects or any business in general, I would say 90% of the time is boring. You know, it's boring. There's just behind the scenes work going on, you know, so there's not always things to do. Gaming helps solve that.
Absolutely.
I do own multiple businesses outside of Web3, and you know, I was the founder of Metaverse Miami and some other Web3 stuff last year on Ethereum. And so I do have a lot of experience in Web3. And so I had been working on this gaming related platform behind the scenes, and I never really wanted to make it part of the project. It was just a totally different business. And then the more I looked at it, the more it just made sense to bring it in. And that's a gaming platform we're working on and should be finished with early spring, called The Park. Hence the reason we renamed our Discord The Park. The biggest reason is real simple. For some reason, gamers hate Web3. They hate NFTs. They get mad when you bring them up. And so all of our people in our Discord, you know, when they're out playing Rocket League or playing Fortnite or whatever, and they want to bring somebody else into the community, it's very hard to say, hey, well, we game every night in the Mongrels Discord. And then you got a random Fortniter saying, what the fuck is a Mongrels Discord? And they, you know, they're like, what's an NFT collection? Oh, never mind. Click. They hang up and you never see them on Fortnite again. And so we were like, you know, why do that? Why do collections do that sometimes? You know, that we have all these Discords we have to go in all the time. Why not, you know, move our collections kind of behind a screen and just have an open Discord where people can come and talk Web3, talk blockchain, talk gaming, talk any of that, and just enjoy it all, but at the same time serve our community in the token gated part of the Discord. And so we thought about it, and then we thought about, well, let's quit calling it the Mongrels Discord. Let's come up with a name for it. And, you know, so we were like, well, the park makes sense. That's where dogs hang out. That's where skaters hang out. We all hang out at the park. So let's call it the park, you know? And so between that and, you know, we put on several gaming tournaments, gave away tons of money, had a lot of fun. We kept having gaming tournaments. Everybody loves them. So we enjoy it. It's fun. And so we it rolled that all into the ecosystem. And, you know, one of the things people are I think one of the mistakes a lot of founders make in general in all business, but I see it a lot in Web3 especially, is they're very scared to evolve. And the reason why is because they come out with this roadmap in the beginning that if they veer away from, you know, sentiment changes and people get mad and you can't get away from it. And so I think by knowing that we would eventually incorporate gaming and knowing that we also had this art market we were working on behind the scenes that would probably become part of this ecosystem, working on those without announcing them yet until we really fleshed out what they were, we felt gave us the freedom to evolve it however we needed to fit our community.
Awesome. No, that's a great idea, because it gives away the pressure, or takes away the pressure of having an NFT to be in that Discord. Now it's like, no, it's just to hang out, it's a game and just chill and talk. But now, like, they interact with people who have NFTs. Like, let me dabble in and maybe look at these NFTs they're talking about. I've been playing them for a long time. I trust their word in the game. Let me see what they have. Have you seen any of that happen so far yet, where people from the Web2 side?
Absolutely. Every day. So
nice.
So one thing I'm really, you know, Kenny is a great community manager. He's in there all the time gaming. He's welcoming gamers all the time. I don't know, because I don't travel to a lot of Discords, but I would guess we have one of the busiest gaming Discords in Web3, like with constant people in there gaming.
I agree 100%.
And I'm not going to lie, I'll wake up in the morning sometimes and I'll jump on Discord just to check, and there'll be 4 or 5 random names that I don't even know who the fuck they are. And I'm like, who are these people? And I'll ask Kenny, I'll say, hey, who's in there gaming? He'll be like, oh, it's 4 guys I met last night. They came in, we gamed for a long time. Then we talked about Mongrels. One of them ended up buying one. I helped him set up wallet, blah, blah, blah.
That's amazing.
And so we didn't even, you know, our goal is not to make it an onboarding tool, but it's naturally going to be one. And that's great.
That's how it should be. That's good.
It focuses on community, man. I think that's one of the biggest things that people 100%. Take for granted sometimes. They're so focused on building out all these different tools and, you know, different utilities that people want to go ahead and think. And sometimes people just want to go ahead and actually just hang out together. And Discords was the perfect place for gamers before. I mean, for me, where I ever discovered crypto, right? You go into Discord, you go play some games for the night. It was an easy way to get together. And this is where I kind of come back in, because I minted the Mongrels with you guys. You know, I bought a bunch of them at the time, and then kind of just forgot for a little bit, and then got reconnected with Kenny and a few people when you guys did one of the first tournaments with Rocket League, I believe it was. And ever since then, man, when you guys did the restructure, I come in, I'll check in here every now and then on the weekend or something, maybe pop in and out. And man, it's been a nice place to kind of hang out and just get to talk to the community. Even if you have nothing to say about Mongrels at all, you're getting a chance to kind of just network with people. And as you can see, even right now, shout out to everybody and Kenny over there. They're actually live streaming the stream through Discord right now on top of gaming. So if you guys are ever looking to go ahead and play maybe some Fortnite, some Rocket League, or Call of Duty, whatever it is that you guys want to play, this is such a cool little spot to be a part of. And I love the restructure, I have to say that, for you guys as far as the Discord goes, because like you said, it appeals to what people want most, and which is just a hangout. You know, and I love that you guys went that route. And I guess this is where kind of like the clarity kind of comes in now of from Mongrels to Wyrd, sorry, not Mongrels, but I guess Valkry. Is Valkry still a thing, or is that being rebranded under that rebrand of Wyrd Digital, under that umbrella?
No. So Wyrd Digital is basically the company that handles our IP assets.
Okay.
So Wyrd Digital is our PFP collections, which now involve a RAVN, a Mongrel, a Park Rat, and what we call the Park Deeds. So there's four PFP or 4 NFTs that you can eventually hold within our ecosystem.
Okay.
Wyrd Digital is the platform that manages those things. Now, beyond that, Mongrels or our community, Wyrd Digital, owns 3 separate companies. That the separate companies are the Valkry brand, which actually involves 2 brands now. We've actually created a second brand. Valkry will be the exclusive streetwear. RAVN will be the more mainstream street brand, skate brand. And we actually probably will have RAVN in about 50 retail locations by the end of 2024. We're already in production and doing things on that. So you have the clothing side, the collectible clothing side. And then, of course, we're building the Park platform, which is our gaming platform, which is part of our ecosystem. And then we're also building a marketplace. It's hard to explain it. When we come out with something more detailed, it'll kind of show everybody more of what that is. But imagine OpenSea married to Book.io for Japanese art, anime, manga, and comic books, and that's what it is. We call it the Osu Market. One of our new NFTs.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so one of our new NFTs, the Park Rat, which is the little kid NFT. They're little anime kids. The Park Rat will actually be stakeable for our EQ token, which is our token that will run that art marketplace. The Park Rats will be airdropped to Mongrels. One thing we did, and we always said we would do, is we said we would never force a Mongrel to mint anything else. So every single part and piece of our ecosystem from Mongrels on is airdropped to them somehow.
Got it. So if you're holding one of the legacy Mongrels right now, that can be an airdrop of a Park Rat will happen for you.
Yep, absolutely.
How about the other one as well, the upgraded Mongrel art?
Okay, so one thing we did in the beginning was we said we wanted to upgrade our art occasionally. And so this is our first upgrade. Our Mongrels will now look like this, which is, I think our first art was very iconic, but it was also very kind of mean streets. I think a lot of people relate to this new art more as far as more degen, more mongrel-y.
Right.
And so you will have the new art. Part of the process to get people to upgrade to the new art is, you will not get the Park Rat until you upgrade to your new Mongrel.
Okay.
And that's because people like seeing collections that are clean and match. And the worst thing for us would be for people to come look at Mongrels brand new and see 20 different types of Mongrels and be like, this is all over the place. And so that's part of it.
Okay.
Can you go back and forth between the art, the old and the new, or no?
You can't. We may implement that later. We have some cool plans, but we've done some really unique things in that we're one of the first collections to use CIP68 in our first collection. So our Mongrels collection was minted with CIP68, and we tried a lot of really cool things. Like we allowed you to name your NFT. We're the first ones to do that. I know there are named NFTs out there, but we're the first ones to actually let you name it yourself. So we did some of those cool things, and I'm going to be honest with you, we learned a lot. We learned a lot about how many people actually care about that versus how many people just want to hold the asset. How many people actually care about the art and the changes to the art. Like, we've learned a lot of background stuff, and it's all demographics and statistics that we're trying to compile to create a system that other people could possibly follow to know how to launch more successful stuff for the ecosystem.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that, like you said, you guys minted, I remember with Saturn, correct? With CIP68?
Yeah.
Early on. So I remember that was a lot of fun getting a chance to experience that mint. Now, when you guys do the new artwork, I know a lot of the collections that have the art upgrades, will you attach the old artwork in the metadata with the new upgraded images, or is that not in the plans maybe? So if somebody wanted to at least reference what it was, they could take a look back?
So what we're going to do is we're going to on the Wyrd Digital website, you will be able to go to the Mongrel section if you own a Mongrel, and you will be able to look back at the old art. So you'll be able to see the first generation of your dog and now the current generation.
Okay.
So that stuff will be stored. It won't be in the metadata per se, because we're going to change some things about how this is minted.
Okay.
We're gonna continue to experiment. I can promise you, from this side, there is no magic bullet. Like certain things work well for certain things and certain things don't. We have a big list of pros and cons on whether we stick with CIP68 or whether we change Mongrels to a different policy structure.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of things we're discussing based on what we've learned and what people actually want. Because we can sit here all day and talk about, well, hey, CIP68 is cool and you can change your NFT, but we've actually experienced it and we're one of the first to experience it. And in a lot of instances, people don't want to alter their NFT. They don't want to name it. They don't want to interact with it. All they care about is being part of the community and having an NFT. They don't want to take the time to do it, and they don't care to do it. You know, there's a lot of different things that sound cool in theory, but are really just an extra stress on us and an extra stress on the user.
Right. Yeah, it's like I said, an experience. You're so early with stuff. This technology is going to evolve, and like you said, you learn what does work, what doesn't work, and the ability to pivot, I think, is the big factor for you guys or for any project out there. And taking from what you learned and kind of growing it. I see a few people over in the chat, especially Hugs Not Rugs over here, says definitely prefer the new art. I like the new art as well. It looks like you said more PFP. I never hated the art at all. I actually thought the Mongrels art was pretty dope. I was always a fan of like the grunginess kind of it. But when you look back at something like this, this definitely feels more of the PFP vibe. Also, shout out to Nash. I just saw him back over in the chat as well. Banger over there. Appreciate you showing up. But yeah, no, so you got new artwork over here. So essentially, if you hold a Mongrel, is this this upgrade? I know we're asking a lot of technical questions. Will these be random rarities getting assigned?
It will actually be minted with the same traits you have now.
Got it.
So
similar to like maybe what is it that does that? Not mutants, but the dirt birds.
Yeah. So if you have a slate colored dog now, you're gonna have a slate colored dog. If you have a certain jacket on, you're gonna have the same jacket, even though it's going to be in the new art style. So it's going to be a fresh update. And then there'll be a couple extra little cool things that'll be fun too.
Cool. Same artist for it too?
Yeah, that's me. I did them both. So
nice.
I did the original Mongrels, the new Mongrels, and the park rats. I did all of them.
Wow, man. Yeah, I always forget about that. Was that you're your own artist on here, which is really cool because you get it. Not many. I mean, a lot of people outsource it, that's fine, right? Not everybody's it's talented to do everything. But it's really dope that you're able to do all these different collections. I do want to dial back to the founder stuff, right? We talked about the decks over here, the original 222 of these that have a nice, fun full price right now. But these were able to be physically claimed for decks, which I still need to do at the moment. But these are kind of like the top level. Like if you wanted to get involved at the highest level with you guys, this would be where to start essentially.
So the founders decks, there were 222 of them. They were claimable for the in real life deck. All you had to do was pay shipping. And then second, Valkry at our clothing brand is actually been working on and will release this coming year our marketing program, which people who hold those decks can participate in the marketing program. That'll allow them to earn some semi-passive income, blah, blah, blah. And we'll announce all that when it rolls out. But now, once you claimed your deck, you got what we called just a founder's pass. It was just a little card. In January, you will either be able to trade that card or your deck or whatever for the Raven. There's 222 Raven PFPs. And that is the pinnacle of our ecosystem. Those Ravens are the cream of the crop, tip of the top. And so everything we do for life, Ravens were airdropped Mongrels. Mongrels were now airdropped park rats. Our park deed NFT, I think you showed that for a minute, that little glitchy park deed.
Yep.
That's the fourth piece of our ecosystem. The park deeds actually represent partial ownership in our park gaming platform, and so the Ravens will actually earn income from our gaming platform, and so they're the pinnacle. They're the absolute tip top.
Got it. So there's a couple different layers to this, right? So right now, if you wanted to get a Raven without having to buy one on the secondary market right now, you would need to hold one of the decks, but also you would need to claim it, correct? If you don't claim it, you don't get the Raven?
So here's the thing is, if you hold a deck, you have two choices. You can claim that and get your founder's card, which you can then trade for a Raven, or you can just straight use your deck and claim a Raven. You don't have to claim, because here's the deal. A lot of people claim decks, and while the deck is free, you may be in the Philippines where shipping's $180 to get the deck to you. You may not want to pay that. And if you don't want to pay that, you can just burn the deck off and get the Raven.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So like I said, some people maybe don't want something physically or share their address or whatever it may be. So that gives them that option to be able to do that. So, okay. So the 222 of these, so there's a couple of layers because you mentioned an airdrop as well. So if you hold a Raven after that in January, you're also going to be dropped one of these deeds.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And this deed is part of the gaming platform, which you guys will expand upon more, I guess, going into next year.
Yep. So in other words, the Ravens get the park deeds, so they get a share of the revenue from the gaming platform.
Okay.
The Mongrels get the park rats, which get a share of the revenue from the art platform.
Got it. Okay. So you got a couple different layers to it, which makes sense when you start to break apart all these things. I see all these companies, and I can understand how it can get confusing real quick to somebody brand new to the ecosystem, but it makes sense. Like there's a symbiotic relationship between the two.
Yeah, and I think one of the unique things is a lot of the ecosystems in our in Cardano or in Ethereum, really in any of the places, a lot of the ecosystems are based around DeFi, staking, passive rewards, income, things like that. And our ecosystem, we looked at it more as I never judge what I want to give back to holders by a financial amount. So I never look at it and go, well, hey, they bought in for $100, so I want to make sure I can give them $100 back. I don't look at it like that. I look at it more of, if the holder bought in and they feel like they got their value from anything we do, whether it be from a free skate deck or whether it be from being able to get into gaming tournaments, if they're happy with what their NFT got them, that's what makes me happy. And so our ecosystem is more based around activity and action and entertainment, whereas a lot of other ecosystems are based around passive DeFi. Ours, we try to actually have a little more fun with it.
Nice. Yeah, no, I love that. And like you said, it all like stems back to the community a lot for you guys. And I love how you guys are kind of building that alongside, like you're not like advertising another mint or anything like that. There's stuff that you're giving back to your community. And there's ways for your community to be involved, even if they don't hold one of the NFT assets at the moment currently. So I do appreciate that. Now, moving forward for you guys, is there timelines on a lot of this stuff? Is it all moving into next year, or you guys anything happening before then?
So all of our new drops, our new art upgrades, the park deeds, the park rats, the Ravens, that all comes out in January with our new Wyrd Digital platform.
Okay.
And then throughout next year, our gaming platform will come out, and then our art platform will come out.
Okay.
As far as the remainder of this year, we're just, number one, we're working toward that. We're working toward building all that.
Mm-hmm.
We're working toward helping people understand what we're doing a little better.
Yeah.
Hence the reason we're here. And then finally, we are going to be at Art Basel. We're going to have a little pop-up party at Art Basel.
Nice.
Different things like that. But yeah, so the majority of the meat of everything we're doing will come to fruition kind of in January, and then you'll be set to move forward.
Have you guys had to expand your team a bit since for all the platforms and everything coming out?
So behind the scenes, again, I do a lot of Web 2 business, and I do a lot of tech business in Web 2, I guess you could say, however you say that. But the one difference, and I can't speak on, I try not to speak on other platforms because I don't know them well, but I can tell you this. I mean, if you paid attention to Mongrels and kind of what we minted and what we minted for, you obviously know I'm about $500,000 in the hole on Mongrels. So like, it's not like Mongrels raised $1 million and we're building all this. Mm-hmm. So I actually have companies. I actually have, I have React programmers. I have, wallet devs. I have,
Nice.
I have these people that already work for me in other aspects of my companies. And so in total, on this total ecosystem right now, I would say there's probably 15 to 20 people working full or part-time on it here and there.
Love it. That's great.
Yeah, I know you guys mentioned that a lot when we first spoke about like Metaverse Miami and things like that, like how you guys were connected. You guys did have like a co-host like party right this summer, and was it in Houston or in Texas, right? With the D-Gods?
We did a party with the gods this summer in Houston. It was kind of, just a real hopped up meetup. We all got together, had some fun, and fun stuff.
So you guys are definitely, obviously, like, you're networked pretty well with different communities. Is there anything you guys are doing to kind of grow partnerships outside of the Cardano ecosystem, or are you guys looking to just solely heads down right now, focusing on getting this stuff all together?
So number one with the street brand with Valkry, because that was our first brand. We are doing some things with, I guess you would call it more service providers within Web3, like people who are involved in NFC technology and different things like that. We are working on some of that kind of stuff. When it comes to the gaming platform, we are working with some Web3 gamers and some Web3 gaming houses, as well as some other normal Web2 gaming side stuff. I don't want to spill a lot of what we're going to do with our gaming platform, but it's going to be really cool. And then finally, when it comes to the art side for our OSU market, we are in talks with some comic book houses and some art houses and things, to have partnerships and bring some of that on board. So I think next year is when you'll really see where we start partnering with a lot of people and doing a lot of that kind of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot when I was reading through this white paper, or weird paper as you guys call it, the OSU marketplace. So is this comic kind of something that will go hand in hand with that?
No. So whenever we put out our first clothing drop for Valkry, which we put out a couple of weeks ago, for our community, I wanted a cool way to represent that, and so I actually made our catalog a comic book, and so I drew all of our clothing and put it in a comic book, and our community was able to see that for like a week before they could actually go online and order everything, and so now they've been able to go online and order our actual Valkry products, and so we proved the concept that we can create the streetwear brand, we can deliver it. We have all the manufacturing in place now. We have the logistics in place now. And so it allows us to know that we can go into 2024, doing even higher quality drops and then expanding to that mainstream brand as well.
Nice. I love that, man. I love that. It seems like you've got a ton of stuff going on. By the works of it. And obviously that's a lot to manage over there.
Said, this guy is a workhorse. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing.
But I know that you guys, that's one thing I will say, and just wanted to give you a shout out to, is that you do back up what you guys are put out there. Like, you put your money where your mouth is when you say that. I remember one of the first gaming tournaments that you guys had hosted, I think it was part of the Rocket League thing, randomly won. You were giving like away PS4 or PS5s and Xboxes and things along those lines. I think I ended up winning one of those things way back when, and instead I think we ended up doing ADA instead of the actual thing. But you were giving that stuff away just as prizes when you guys first came out.
Yeah, that was, believe it or not, that was, and I'm not, our team, works hard to be part of the community. And before we even minted, we held the biggest gaming tournament that's ever been held on Cardano, and just that one tournament, we gave away over $12,000 in prizes. And that was before we ever minted. Before we ever took anything.
Yep. No, I remember that, man. And like, you guys, like I said, you paid up. Everything was right there. It wasn't like it was just, hey, we're gonna give this away, and then nobody ever receives anything. Like, no, it was like instant that day. And then shout out to you guys even recently. You guys just did another tournament. Like I said, the Rocket League thing was a part of that, and I ended up winning. I think it was the Rocket League Golden Boot, right? I think we lost in the finals. Shout out to Stagwolf and the guys over there. But you guys sent away some prize packs for that, and I wanted to just like back up the actual like physical quality stuff. We were talking about it before stream. I wanted to showcase this all first time. But you got these actual, like, these things are like tech decks on steroids right here. What do you call them? Are they fingerboards?
Yeah, they're professional fingerboards, all professional. Come with the deck, come with the toolkit, the bearings, the wheels, the trucks, all of it.
Dude, this stuff's legit, man. It's like heavy duty. It even comes with its own like grip tape and things like that over there as well. But no, I thought that was just so cool. Like, it was like a little prize pack. You guys sent it over. It had nothing to do with me owning the NFT at that time. It was just me playing, having a good time. And, I got a little character. I love collecting stuff like this personally.
Oh, yeah.
So when I can actually bring this stuff to like my physical, like, and put it somewhere, it gives me so much better of like a connection. And I don't think I even opened this up. Is this the bandana? I haven't even looked at this yet, to be honest with you. I wanted to showcase this off on the stream.
Yeah, they're
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude. Like I said, they look dope. And I think what the claim is, you guys have a hat and stuff that are out right now this month, right?
Yeah, so we have claims every month for people.
Let me pull those up.
If you held a deck, there are actual claims every month. And then of course, if you hold a deck or a mongrel, you're able to actually go and buy our collection through our online store. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that right there. So you guys continue to rotate stuff up until, what is it, through January? I think you guys are doing that right now?
Yeah. The free claim for deck holders rotates up through February, I think it is. And every month we just put a different item up. They're just small things that our deck holders can claim. And again, it's just to give them something back. And it was to give them also some just stuff until we got to the point of launching our collection. And we really wanted to like even if you look at that bandana you're holding, you probably can tell by feeling of it, it's not a regular cotton bandana. It's actually made out of linen. So
I was about to say it's way nicer than regular
they're extremely nice. They're extremely expensive. And so
it's easier to see this right here because you can actually it looks like a nice bed sheet, like you said, linen. You can actually see texture. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and so it's we wanted to get the quality of some of the stuff we're making in people's hands and just have fun with it.
No, absolutely, dude. Well, like I said, even just these little decks and fingerboards and stuff, you said that retail for almost $80 and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, just to be honest with you, just to manufacture, those cost more to manufacture than full-size decks do. They might
as well be a full-size deck at this, the quality of it right here. You can see the little sheen and stuff. It's awesome. I just wanted to shout you guys out for that because that was just something I won for playing and hanging out in the Discord with you guys. Had nothing to do with me owning an NFT at that moment in time, but I'll definitely tell you it's definitely kept me around inside the community because I enjoy what you guys are building and want to go ahead and continue to support that because I love to see you guys grow and really get your legs underneath you guys as you continue to build all this stuff that you're talking about. Now I guess kind of as I'm flying by through some of this stuff. What are for anybody I guess who is kind of on the fence or somebody maybe looking in, what's your kind of recommendation for somebody who wants to get involved with your community? Is it just entering into the Discord to get a chance to talk, or is it hey, maybe come in, learn a little bit, and maybe purchase a mongrel? What are you guys how are you onboarding people right now?
So that's one thing that Kenny will tell you. He's I can tell you when I met Kenny's all about Web3. He's all about Cardano. He loves it. He loves the community. When I onboarded Kenny, I think he looked at me sometimes and was like, "You're fucking crazy," the way you do stuff is not how we do it on Cardano. And I'm like, "Bro, listen, okay." And so I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't focus on onboarding. I don't focus on onboarding at all. I tell my people all the time when we have spaces and stuff, I'm like, guys, you don't have to shill stuff. When it comes out and as it goes, it will sell itself. You don't have to shill this stuff. But as far as your question goes, yeah, man, just come hang out in the Discord, come play some games. Nobody's going to shill you. Nobody's going to sell you. If you're into NFTs and you want to learn about it, they will be happy to talk to you about it. You're probably, if you come in and play Fortnite or something in the comms, I'm sure you're going to hear people talk about random NFT projects and stuff anyway. So you're going to learn a little bit, but yeah, absolutely. We don't try to shill anything. We don't try to sell anybody anything. We're 100% comfortable in what we're building, and so people are either going to want to be a part of it and see it, or they're not. And I'm fine with that either way.
Well, yeah, I definitely recommend going in there, at least playing, getting a chance to talk to everybody. And if you guys are a little shy about doing that, one of the things that you guys have going on in partnership with a few different projects inside the space right now is this Winter Classic, as you guys are calling. I think the last 2 weekends you guys have held some qualifier games going on. Can you give us a little background about this? Because this is happening, the actual tournament, I guess the 15th to the 17th of this month. You got some big names in sponsorship with as well.
Yeah, so our first tournament we had back in May, we invited teams from all over Cardano to join. The Goombles, Ape Society, Stag Alliance, Clay Nation. They all came and played with us, and it was lots of fun. And it was really cool because it was like community versus community. So it was a lot of camaraderie, a lot of fun. Our second tournament we held, it was just for Mongrels holders. We were like, look, you guys have given us a lot. We're going to give you a chance to just see who's the best in here for bragging rights, and gave away some really cool prizes. That's where you won the deck at, stuff like that. And then we talked about, hey, let's have a bigger one and do something fun around Christmas. And our tournaments have always been Rocket League, and so we have so many people into Fortnite now that we were like, well, let's do a dual tournament, have a couple of different categories, run it for a couple of days, and just have fun with it. And I reached out to Laza at Clay Nation. I know Lena, I know those guys, and so I reached out to them, and they were like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to Laura at 8th Society, and she was like, yeah, let's do it. And new one for me. I made friends with the people at Cornucopias. That was kind of a new one for me. I didn't know them before, but we talked, and they were like, absolutely, let's do this. And
awesome.
So that's kind of how that went.
We gotta get that next tourney, Tommy.
I know. So if somebody wants to get involved, can they still get involved with this? I know we were doing play a game one of those past 2 weekends. You get a qualifier role, and then you can sign up.
Yeah. So that was the thing, is we created the qualifiers just to get people to commit. We knew if they showed up to qualifiers, they would show up to the tournament. They were committed enough to do that. And so that's it. So as far as I know, you might could sweet talk Kenny, but as far as I know, qualifiers are closed. So the people who have qualified can now enter whichever categories they want in the tournament, which includes, for Rocket League, 2v2, pick your own teams, 3v3 random, and then with Fortnite, it's solo and then squad random. So there's four total categories.
Cool. And so even if you don't have a teammate or don't have anybody, you can get paired up in certain categories?
Absolutely, yes.
Cool. Awesome. So that's happening throughout the 15th and the 17th. And any fun prizes or anything anybody's going to be able to win with these?
Yeah, we haven't announced any of that yet, but like Clay Nation kicked in some stuff, Ape kicked in some stuff, Cornucopias kicked in some stuff. Of course, DRRS kicked in some stuff, and you already know how we do it. So
Awesome right there. So it sounds like it definitely worth your while. I can comment on that for sure. Having won a couple things from you guys, being lucky enough, play some Rocket League back in the day. But would love, me and Teach have been playing Fortnite a little bit lately. I just haven't jumped in there with you guys over in the Park Discord yet, but that's something.
Man, we got some cracked players, bro.
Dude, I see them every day over here. You got different lobbies and stuff inside the Discord for everybody. I always see them full. Every single night you've got at least 5, 6, 7 people in here playing minimum. And it grows, especially during tournament day. I remember there was 4 different lobbies they had open for different chats, so it was a lot of fun.
That.
Highly suggest you guys, if you're gamers especially, go ahead and take a look at the Park Discord here for you guys. Rendr, outside of that, man, I think we can get ready to wrap up this way. Is there anything else that people should be aware of? I know a lot of your community, obviously, shout out to everybody over in chats. Shout out to you guys streaming this as well over inside the Discord. Is there anything that maybe anybody who hasn't been on the through your Twitter or your Discord yet that you guys haven't shared too much in detail about maybe some of these new collections and these new airdrops or anything? Maybe you can sneak us in a little nfaFA, as we call it this way. Anything should be on the lookout for over within these new collections?
Man, if I had any alpha, I'm horrible about it, because I just work constantly and put this stuff together and try to get it together, and I'm one of those people that heeds people's counsel, and so I really like to get the community's opinion. I really like to get my team's opinion. So while we build solid stuff and we build it for the future, it just doesn't remain a secret for very long, because I value what everybody feels about it. And so I don't have alpha very often. Yeah.
Well, if anybody's looking to get involved, like you said, there's 2 different sets of airdrops happening. So whether you hold a legacy Mongrel, you will get that new updated artwork for the Mongrel, as well as the Park Rat. And if you hold one of the 222 decks, those will get you eligible for the RAVN and then eventually the Park Deed. From what we just talked about.
Correct.
Awesome. I see I know I'm easy now, which I hold both. Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, you know what we could do over here, Rendr, as we get ready to wrap up. I do have a Mongrel legacy one to give away, since we're in the giving mood right now. It's Thanksgiving.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and run a giveaway for this over here. We like to do what we call keywords over here in the private chat. I don't know if you can do that through the phone side of things. But if you have a word or a phrase that you like to run, we have a private chat in here. You could go ahead and enter that in, and we'll run a giveaway for that. maybe you want to drop that or whisper it, and we'll people before we type it in.
Yeah, right, CB.
I'll go ahead and pull it up over here on screen while you drop that. Oh, perfect.
I love that, Rendr. Perfect.
That's an amazing one right there, actually. Perfect for tonight. It's gonna dispel rumors, that's for sure. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do a giveaway for a legacy mongrel, which in turn will technically get you an updated mongrel art with their artwork and a park rat. So let's run the giveaway. You guys will need to run an exclamation mark in front of this. So the keyword tonight is 400. Coincidentally enough, it was pretty close over there.
It was.
By the way, the sweater on that mongrel was inspired by Uncle June from The Sopranos.
I was gonna say it was a Soprano shirt. That's funny.
Oh, I love that. Oh yeah, that gear, Uncle June, right there.
There you go.
I love some of your traits, man. You had like the Marty McFly jacket, and there's a few other ones that were in there that I enjoyed from the collection. Was it the Dahmer glasses and things like that you guys had? Yeah. I love that.
I still have the one with the beanie and the black eye.
Yeah. Oh, do you? Oh yeah. I love that.
I'm trying to find mine.
I still love this artwork though. I'm a big fan of like
the bowler shirt and the black beanie.
Yeah, I still love this artwork though. I will give you guys
that.
I
like it.
It reminds me.
I will tell you. So one of our community members, shout out to Overdrip, he asked me whenever we talked about this. He was like, "But I want the updates, but I still want to rock this PFP. What do I do?" I said, "Look, as far as I'm concerned, which I'm the only one that matters here, the art is you guys. So like if you own the NFT right now, the classic art, that's you guys. Do whatever you want with it. You can still continue to wear it as a PFP forever. It'll still be available in your Wyrd Digital." In the Wyrd Digital platform for you to look at or save or use however you want. But as far as I'm concerned, you guys own the IP to that. So
awesome.
Do what you want with it.
There you go. TJ, how many we got in here? We'll go ahead and get ready to wrap this up.
20 eligible, 30 here.
Hey, there you go. It's a good shot at this right now, too, like you said. I'll give you guys another few seconds here, and then we'll go ahead and run this. Man, I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, I've been kind of out of the loop, except part of the, as far as the gaming stuff goes, I've been following that. So it's good to get a little refresher on what you guys are doing. I do love, like I said, it's a testament to the stuff even that I've received so far, but the actual quality of the stuff that you guys are delivering. And Rendr,
well, treating it as a business, though, it seems like you're very experienced, obviously, in the background of business.
Yeah,
and
it's definitely, you can ask my team. It's very important to me that if we say we're going to do something, we do it. Like if I DM you and say, Tommy, you just won an Xbox in our giveaway, you better believe within a day or two, you're going to have Xbox at your door, because that's how we work.
Oh, 100%. Or that literally, that's how it was, the interaction with that. And you follow right up. And I know sometimes it takes forever to get things. No, you guys are right on top of it. So definitely shout out to you for that. And I got a follow-up question I'll ask after we run this little giveaway here. TJ, you want to run it? Last chance here, guys. Exclamation 400 to get entered into this to win a mongrel. We'll run it here in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And Rena Red, congrats.
Yo, Rena Red over there. Shout out to Rena Red. There you go. Congrats on that. Rena, just open up a ticket over in our Discord, and we will go ahead and get that over to you. Congrats on winning tonight, and appreciate everybody showing up over here. Rendr, I did want to ask you.
That's rich coming from you, Rez. You're the usual suspect too.
Rendr, as far as the I know you guys talk about like the skate scene and things like that. That's a huge aspect to what you guys are going into. Do you guys have like as far as like the relationships go? Are you guys working in the background or establishing inside of like the skate scene, or how are you guys approaching that right now? Whether growing that RAVN brand more with the actual culture, with that skate culture.
So one of our goals, of course, was to before we kind of I kind of one of the people that I like to put the horse before the cart, not the cart before the horse. And so our first year this year, one of my main goals was to look at how we were going to do that, create the manufacturing pipelines, create the logistical pipelines. But yes, absolutely. We have a ton of people in our community who have connections in the snowboard scene, the surf scene, the skate scene. I personally have connections with several skate shop chains that are nationally known, different things like that. We have a lot of connections to start putting that stuff out when we're ready.
Okay. All right, so because I think that obviously goes a long way with when you're trying to establish something, like being in touch and tapped in with the culture and getting that out in the actual world. It helped market and grow that so much more, because like you said, it piques the interest of a common interest, whether it's gaming or whether it's, like I said, that streetwear, that skatewear, that kind of lifestyle.
Well, even your guys' branding, like everything you've chosen as far as like the branding and the words, like the Wyrd Digital or the Valkry, or you have the Ravens now, that all comes to mind. Like I could all see that in like a skateboarding
100%.
or that kind of branding.
If you look, it's all a nod to my culture, because I'm Nordic, and so I'm a Viking, you know, and so the Ravens, you know, that's a big in Vikings. If you know the word Wyrd, W-Y-R-D, is actually one of the Norns who created the Fates in the Viking sagas, like the Raven, you know, all of it. Valkyries, it's all Nordic.
I don't know if I never realized this before, but the Valkyrie is just sitting right up top there. You got the Raven. I don't even know if that's the whole. I never noticed that, to be honest with you, completely. I always thought it was like a cool little, like, I guess it was the, you know, bird or something along those lines, but I didn't put. That's a nice little. Okay.
Wow.
That's a Tommy moment right there. Well, that makes sense now. I get it. I got it.
Okay.
Because when I see it like this, I'm just like, all right, I get it. Let's go bird. Like, but now the Ravens make 10 more. You know, that makes more sense. It's Monday night, dude. I'm having a little trouble over here. But no, man. Rendr, we appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, man. It's great to get a chance to catch up, and we'll definitely need to do this again as you guys get more stuff. I'd love to hear about that gaming platform as you guys get more information about that. And we'll definitely have to see you guys over here in the next couple of weeks on that tournament. So, you know, I'll be there playing some Rocket League.
Absolutely.
Inspirational talking to you too, man. Like all the stuff you have going on, how hard you work behind the scenes. I love hearing stuff like that. Motivates me personally to work better, be better for myself too.
Appreciate it, TJ.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, Rendr, we appreciate it. And we will chat with you guys here soon. If you guys are not over in the Park Discord and you guys are looking for some gaming or just a good place to hang out, definitely make sure to stop by over there. Link is down over in the description. Rendr, we will catch up with you in a bit. And 400 founder confirmed? Nah.
No. No.
Awesome. All right, man. Have a good night.
Talk to you later.
Take care, man.
See ya. I thought we got him right there at the end.
That'd have been funny.
What is up, man? It looks like Tom is. I saw him over in chat a little
For
bit
a brief
ago.
second, yeah, that was like 30 minutes ago.
Absolutely. Yo. Well, with Tom's not here, I think we can get to the main topic that everybody has been talking about
Over the weekend.
Over the weekend, man. We got a secret society. We got some ominous airdrops. Nobody knows what it is. Dude, it's been crazy, you know? Did you get one? Oh.
I got one of those.
Oh. This was last year. Okay.
Oh, last year. Okay. I've seen this play out before.
Okay. All right. I got you. No. The 400, dude. Initiation day, TJ. Did you get initiated over here?
Of course I didn't. What T-O-double-M-Y? Tell me got one.
Bro. I think I posted this over in our chat. Maybe it was Wednesday last week.
It wasn't even last week, yeah.
Wednesday of last week, because I remember it was right before Thanksgiving, and I checked my wallet because I'd been messing around with some swaps over. I just got my Vesper wallet to recover onto my main trading wallet, so I've been playing around with the mobile version. I looked down at my phone and I saw I had a new NFT, and it was this skull right here that said 400, and I was like, dude, somebody send me a rug NFT. What is this? I wasn't sure. I mean, I really wasn't sure what it was, and I realized it minted that same day, and I was like, dude, what is this? I see, like the little GIF. There's a little different little symbols and stuff. And I'm like, all right. And then it said redacted. And then inside of the metadata, it had a website and it had this 400.WTF. And I was like, somebody's trolling me. I'm like, always forget that like wallet drainer thing that always goes on over on ETH, where if you click, like somebody sends you an NFT and then you click on it and your whole wallet's gone. So I was like, I don't know. And then I went on my mobile and I was like, screw it, whatever. I'm on work Wi-Fi right now. We'll see what happens. Clicked it.
Drain your whole workspace of a lot of money.
Clicked it and it went over to a website and it just says, we have seen you. We have chosen you. We will one day test you.
Is there sound with that too or no?
No. But it'd be a lot cooler if I read it like this.
Like, we have seen you.
Yeah, you totally missed that opportunity to do that.
We will one day test you, TJ.
But no, man. So what are your thoughts on this? Because obviously Cardano has been eating this up over on Twitter, and there's been all kinds of crazy takes going on with this. And I think nobody cares about it at first, right? Because they're like, oh, what is this? This is kind of cool. But then when that floor price started to do what it did, that's when people started to conversate about it. Because I'll be honest with you right now, this floor price is blowing my mind, but at the same time, it's not.
It's not yet. Like, obviously, I don't think it's going to go that much higher. Personally, I don't. I think obviously everything's a bubble. It's going to pop eventually. I think people are really FOMOing or buying into this one a lot for the sheer fact of they didn't maybe get an invitation letter initially last year. So now they're like, I don't want to miss out on that letter hype or that letter run. So let me get this now because everyone's talking about it. There's big names in the space and big names not in the space talking about it. So I want to make that nice flip. Am I jealous I didn't get one? Absolutely. Not necessarily because I'm not a part of it, because I would have flipped it, honestly. I probably would have flipped this.
So TJ would have got rid of it. Yeah,
I would have. Honestly, I would have. Not gonna lie, especially in this time frame in the space, I probably would have flipped it, and I probably would have FOMO'd possibly back in afterwards if I could have. But I definitely would have probably flipped that.
I'm in the same kind of boat where I was like, I'm a DJ. They are definitely selecting certain people inside the community with this. This was not it definitely was calculated, right? It wasn't just a random drop to people. And this, I mean, I can't believe they're already over 1,800 followers right now. Everybody's going nuts for this stuff. But I've been seeing so many different members, and one of the things that piqued my interest over here, which I thought was kind of crazy, was Lena from Claymates.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. People in the space, like big names in the space, talking about it and posting about it. So definitely had the hype behind it. It still does, honestly, a bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely has the hype behind it, because that's the best thing that it has going for it right now, is that there's hype, and that is, I guess, I understand the hype thing, right? Like, I get it, because nobody knows what it is. Like, the floor price goes crazy. It's speculation. Everybody's just hoping that this is going to be crazy. And then when they see that price go up, of course, that just brings more excitement and more eyes on it and makes it more fun. It takes you back to the early days, NFTs, where nobody knew what any of this stuff was. You just bought it to speculate, and that's really what's happening right here. But when I see Lena, and this is maybe where there's a conversation here. I don't know if you guys know that Slumdoge Millionaire guy.
Right, people not Twitter. Really in the space. Yeah, that's what he posted about.
And he's been more in Cardano space. He's been a lot on the Snack Train and Ada Train, but him posting about this NFT was interesting because that got a lot of eyes on it as well.
Of course.
And this goes back to the power where I've seen the arguments going back and forth over on Twitter, is they're airdropping these to people to leverage your influence, to make a voice heard about it. And to a degree, I mean, sure, I guess, you're strategic with it. People don't have to tweet about it, right?
No.
Nobody had to put their brand. And even when people are asking, I put a tweet out when I first got it as well. I was like, what is this that just dropped in my wallet? I was genuinely curious. I had no idea what it was. And as obviously the floor prices rose, that's when the more and more attention got on it.
I mean, I look at this too, regardless if you got one or not, I obviously did not get one. It's exciting to see people talking about something in the space right now. It sparks conversation in the space again. It sparks a big conversation with multiple people within the space and not in the space right now. So if anything, it's brought people looking at NFTs again, at least for the weekend or for the week that it is right now. Yeah,
and it's brought out some of the saltiness.
Everything new always does. If you didn't get it, you're salty. You know what I'm saying? That's everyone always feels that way.
Hey, if you ain't your money that you can get, I think the people that are the loudest about you're shilling this, you're doing that, why didn't I get one, are the same people that would absolutely floor it into oblivion just for the free money.
Absolutely.
Those are the people that are probably just be like, I would have took the free money, which, don't get me wrong, I agree. I'm in the same kind of boat to it. Everybody's got a price. I think most NFTs, most people would sell for the right price. Yeah. It just depends on what it is for you. Now, also, as quick as this has rose, as quickly as it can go away.
100%. Absolutely.
It can disappear overnight.
Now, I'm not salty I didn't get one. It's fine. I'm jealous I didn't get one. That's the main thing, because I would have flipped it too. But I'm not salty about it. I think it's great that everyone's talking about something new in the space. I've always loved the ominous thing about when projects can pull it off. Right, I like that initially about House of Titans because it was cool of their art. Obviously, Mallard Order did it first with the letter orders and stuff like that, but or the invitation letters. So I just think it's great for everyone to be talking about it now.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Earl. He was over in the chat over there. He said he wasn't sure if he was going to make it or not, but he got over into the chat. He said the 400 never really did anything at first. It just dropped it. We DJs ran with it.
Always,
we made it what it is. The community made it what it is.
100%.
And if you think about other blockchains, because a lot of people tend to get so focused in like the little Cardano ecosystem, right? Like we have to have the utility. We can't everything's either a rug pull or there's like really great project building here. It's like we're like on one extreme or the other with people. And sometimes this is what got a lot of people and us included into NFTs was the fun of it.
Yep.
The unknown a little bit, right? And call it whatever you want. It's speculation, it's gambling. 100% is. That's what most NFTs are. You're gambling on the fact that, this could absolutely go to zero. Or it could take off. Or
Any investment is gambling, honestly. Any investment really is gambling.
There's a safer way of gambling, right? Investing.
It's still gambling. Like, underlying thing is gambling.
Maybe you can make an argument for that. But anyway, when it comes to the like NFTs that nobody has absolutely knows nothing about, at one point, nobody knew nothing about clays. Nobody knew anything about Age Society. Nobody knew anything about some of the top projects. And not to say that these guys are going to do that, because I definitely have my concerns. I'm not going to say that I absolutely am like fully backing this over here. I'm kind of having fun because I got airdropped one. But what I paid, or what the floor is right now to get in if I missed it.
Well, let's backtrack a little bit before we get to that question. Yes, you got airdropped one, but what did you do with your airdrop one? Let's tell the class what you did.
I was being a little bit of a degen, but they knew my personality probably. I don't know. I sold mine.
Share with the class.
I waited 3 days. I waited 3 days to sell because I immediately was like, I'll wait to see how this kind of plays out. And then when the floor got to a price where I was like, I'll sell it. And I did. And then afterwards I was like, I kind of want to be back in it. So
it lasted like what, 5 hours and you were back in.
But I threw a collection offer at it and I got back in lower than what I sold. So I'm up ADA right now. And I still hold on to one.
That's funny.
Hey, whatever, at the end of the day, this thing could go to zero and I still made ADA. But that's my type of personality. There's other people out there who will never sell this. There's people out there that will dump it instantly. And that's the beauty of this.
So I see that CB put that he thinks the floor is going to go to 5K. What are your thoughts on that?
Where do you say that at? 5K?
Even Jason just said it too.
He's saying that because CB probably bought a whole bunch of them and he wants that floor to go to 5K so he can offload those back off.
I could be wrong, but I'm saying no shot this goes to 5K.
Yep.
As a new project, I don't think so.
I mean, I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah.
I've seen things crazier.
Prove me wrong. That'd be great. That'd be exciting to see. Prove me wrong. That means more people in this space, more money flowing in this space. That's great.
I'll never say that it can't, because I absolutely believe it could. And with the right amount of people or community members or right news drop or somebody getting involved with it, I could absolutely see it run. It's already ran up over 2,000 ADA. People have already bought these for over 2,000 ADA.
I've seen that. Yeah, I'm not denying that. But even the letters only got to just under 4.
Yeah, that's with like a planned airdrop and all these things. Right now, this price is purely speculation for people in scarcity. Right, there's only 400 of them at the moment. Only 8% listed, and there's a free airdrop. And like I said, I have to give credit where credit's due to the Mallard Order. I know we referenced the invitation letters over here, which also these have had a crazy little run recently over here. This is a free airdrop that dropped last summer, which obviously we all know the Mallard Order now did over 1 million in secondary volume without it ever selling a single one. So these guys have already done, to almost 200K, which is crazy because it's all about timing in the market where there's really nothing going on too exciting right now. And then you get something like this and the volume, the money's there. We've seen it so many time and time again when it comes to these native tokens that launch, especially like these initial like public sales where people will send in, there's a $2 million like cap on it, and then all of a sudden people send like 20 million ADA in. It's like, where'd that ADA come from? You guys are just giving people all this stuff, and it's like the money's out there. They just want it. They want something to spend it on that they feel is either going to gain something for them or they feel like they're getting a good deal. And I think with the lack of mints and things really going on right now, this launch is in a perfect time with that same good meta that kind of Mallard Order perfected over here on Cardano. The real key question is going to be, how do they follow this? Because let me dig back to chat before we dig back into this, because
I'm even Mike Navarro said, what if something huge is running? That was funny. Osai said with 400 supplied, it can easily, will people buy at that point? I don't think so. That's why I said it could get to maybe scratch the surface of 5K and then come right back down though, because I don't see anyone buying at 5K. Now what I'm saying is, if it does happen, that's fantastic. In my opinion, that means there's probably new money coming to the space, because 5K ADA is quite a bit of money, honestly, just for this space. You know what I mean? So just to sustain that, it's going to take quite a bit of people kind of moving some things around to even make that purchase, and they have to purchase for a reason, not just for height, especially at 5K. Because if you're pushing at 5K, you're holding, in my opinion. You're not in there for the flip or whatever, because after that, I don't see it going any higher. You know what I'm saying? If it does reach that.
Well, think about it like this. If there's a speculative play here, right? Like we've seen the price of Jelly Qs, we've seen the price of Ape Society, we've seen Clay move up. Right now, if you want, you can go to Levy, loan out an ape, buy one of these things if the price runs up, and then you have 2 weeks to make a decision about what you want to do with it, right?
True.
So that's a little nfaFA right there. Don't go out there and do that. The floor just goes crazy. But the fact that I think that my biggest shock right now is the fact, like, I've seen the pumps where it'll go up to like 2K and then it'll retrace, and then people get the FOMO dump, right? Like, oh man, I bought it for 2K, now the floor is going back down to 1600. I need to get rid of this before it goes to zero. And usually you see those kind of panicked kind of sells start to happen. These offers have been staying pretty firm throughout the day at this price. And I'm not saying that they won't go down or go up. But even last night, this got up to as high as like 1800 and something on the offer, which is very insane when you think about it. And there's a lot of good like swing trades happening right now too, where people who are buying in and then doing collection offers, buying in and doing collection offers. It's fun because liquidity is coming in and out. It's been fun to make. There's been plays to make. There's new communities being formed. There's an unofficial Discord going on right now.
That's what Phoebe was talking about. He said, wait till you hear what's happening. There have been some secret combos with the founders, and that's cool. That's great. If they have some cool stuff coming out, that's awesome. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's still a new project. They still have,
I'm getting a little nfaFA behind here right now. I don't know if I'm even allowed to show this. I'll show this right here over in our, we got sneak attack chats. Nope, that's not it right there. That's our little inside conversations. I'm gonna go this. Apparently, I'm gonna reveal this on stream. I don't even care. Flood my bags. This guy, Magister the Fourth. I don't know who this is. I don't even know if they're real. They claim to be one of the founders over here. They said wallets were chosen in many ways. Some were chosen knowing they would sell to get them out of the way. We know their pride would keep them out forever. Some were chosen due to the lack of activity. Everyone needs a hand up. Some were active, some were influenced, some were good people. That's a nice little backstory. Maybe, like I said, a little bit of everything for everybody. I'm exposing some stuff right now because, hey, why not? I'm part of the 400.
None of this is this hate. This is not hate at all. It's just a healthy discussion about it being a new project. I hope they do great. I think this is, like I said, I love that people are talking about something new. I love that it's bringing hype. I love that it's bringing attention to big names. I think it's fantastic. I'm just a little more skeptical these days from the history of being in the space for so long, of like for projects making promises or doing certain things that you're like expecting to happen and just doesn't happen, and their floor price just tanks. So I'm just, a little skeptical these days of projects.
I was skeptical about that.
A little more critical of things,
Yeah, look at that. Hey, shout out to Jason right there. He's trying to get you set up right there. That's all part TJ1. There you go. But no, man, this is I don't know if this is the real person or not. I don't know what's going on behind here. They did say something about how many founders were there. They dropped the little 4 eyes. I don't know if that references 4 different founders or if they're just trolling. I don't even know if this is the real person, but this is person dropped over in the Discord. It's just something that they showed over there. But it's interesting if this is one of the founders and this is actually their mindset behind it, is that they gave a little bit of something to all different kinds of people. And it's like the experiment, like Demosthenes said, like where, hey, we're going to give one of you guys one so the 2 of you guys can bicker and fight and figure it out. It's funny to see the interactions that happen. And we've seen those interactions happen over on the Twitter side with them. And they did do a funny little meme. I was showing that off over here. And they always drop stuff in Latin over here with these little fun.
As soon as you said that, I just think of like in Billy Madison when he screams pig Latin across the table.
I can't even quote one of those because
I can't quote that either. But it just that scene popped in my head.
They did do this too. Ron Swanson, I guess, got one to the burn wallet for
I saw
Ron.
that.
And so now they're gonna have to rebrand to the 399. Over here, they sent it to the Ron Burn. A lot of people, I saw DeFi FOMOFO over in chat as well, say that he got it in a wallet that he didn't expect to have it. A lot of people were like that. So that's funny that they sent it to a burn wallet, and then later they dropped this tweet that said there are no accidents.
Well, I thought they posted some too, which I actually really liked that they said. It was something along, it was similar to what they posted in the Discord, basically saying, you know, we chose people for a specific reason, but with the people that end up having them are the ones that are chosen. Or I forget what the wording, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but I did like that, what they were talking about.
Yeah, they said the first four, the 400 were distributed basically, but the final 400 are still, and it's up to you guys basically, something along those lines. They did say that there's one way in and one way out.
Right here.
Money motivates. Oh, okay.
It was whether chosen by title, influence, value, ethics, or contribution. The first 400 were chosen, but the final 400 will be the right 400. I like that. That's cool.
I'm a fan of this distribution model. I think it's a great way to get started because it piques interest. I think that everybody who's buying in at these prices right now, that is at your own risk. You are making that decision. Don't ever, that's one thing to remind anybody out here. I don't care what person tweets about anything or what your influencer that you follow. This is a lot of money at this point for most people now. You're talking $624 just to buy in on something that nobody knows what it is. Also, I guess having to be confirmed, I'll double check that as far as AI art goes. So I know there's a lot of people that are salty about that as well, but definitely make sure if you are paying this money that you're comfortable losing that money. Because there's nothing's promised tomorrow. This could be absolutely nothing. But I do like that, like you said, the tweet over here, like you said, whether it's chosen by influence, the final 400 will be the right ones. The people who want to be in will be in.
Exactly.
Like I bought my letter after seeing you got yours airdropped. I bought mine. And I still hold it to this day, which is part of the reason why I got back in after I sold it. I was like, you know what? I could take the free money. And I thought about it for a second. I was like, I can use a little Christmas gift. And I was like, I'm going to go back in. And I got back in.
This is funny. Hugs Not Rug says CZ drop Binance, move on to bigger things. 4.
I did. This was interesting. I've seen a lot of people speculating about who's who inside of here. I did see Nemo over here said basically if you guys, many asked me if this was me, I would have chose the same 400. Whatever happens next, here's a gift from me. Any of you holding this can swap it for an Omen, which is their min, I guess, happening in December. So, and they even quote tweeted it, which has got people speculating there. I saw Congo drop a tweet that had 3 of these, probably referencing the Renaissance Part 3. But a lot of people saw that and automatically was like, oh, what about, is this an Ape Society thing? And he's like, no, that's not an Ape Society thing. But I'm not even looking at chat right now.
There's some bigger name of Ape Societies that are in there too, though, right? They're a part of that.
There's a lot of Ape Society members in there. And then I've seen the other big thing, criticism, which, any criticism at this point is no press. Any press is good press. They've got like the backwards hand here where a lot of people are talking about the AI art. And because they've got a few different posts over here talking about how like the styles are different. Honestly,
do you think it's strategic?
I think now they're leaning into it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're purposely like playing that like faulty or mistake AI photo.
Fear is a motivator, right? They're dropping all kinds of things that reference people like getting that FUD. Like they literally put a whole tweet out right here, said, are you not entertained? Is there no one else? Is there no one else? And basically referencing all the people, all the criticism they're getting on X right now, about all the FOMO, all the hate, all the different comments about stuff. What do we got?
No, I'm laughing at the GIF. All the people being upset about it.
The founders Tommy's minting AI about, hey, Shiny, we won't share that on screen.
I know, he didn't even send me one.
I'm going back through chat now. I got to go back and catch up. Stop fade generational wealth. We're using our platform here. They're getting us to talk about it, which is the whole goal, right?
It's the first show in Cardano to talk about it.
Thank you for giving us something to talk about. Honestly,
that's what I'm saying. That goes back to what I was saying. Like it makes people have something to talk about in the space right now. I love that. It gets people talking about something specific and not bickering at each other or upset about something stupid about what they said.
Twitter is so full of just dumb shit going on half the time over in the Cardano side of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So much dumb stuff, just arguing and nonsense going back and forth, that we need this kind of stuff every now and then. Come break that up a little bit. Get people arguing about something that's exciting. And like I said, just know the risk. That is one thing we will always reference, though. I'm not going to say go in here and buy this at this price. Personally, if I wasn't airdropped one, would I buy at this price? Probably not. Personally, I think that's a lot of money to gamble on. If I had a shitload of extra ADA laying around just two, sure, why not? Or if I'm I really want to dial like double down on DJing this, maybe I have an extra Ape Society, a Clay Nation, or something along those lines that I want to take a 2-week loan out on, get the ADA, buy one of these things. Worst case scenario, it tanks. I lose that ADA. Best case scenario, this price pumps. I made a little bit of ADA on it, or I get in something that I liked. Just make sure whatever it is that you're doing, you guys are comfortable losing this, because this could be cut in half tomorrow. This could go down to a couple hundred ADA if they put the wrong announcement out.
Yep.
Or it could go way up. We don't know. We really don't.
That's the beautiful thing about gambling. It could go up, it could go down.
Yeah, the founder is probably Alex Becker. Now that'd be some wild stuff over there. Do you see why emotions run markets now? So yeah, I think absolutely. That's literally when you talk about like the bull run, right? Most people, they're little fake TA guys over on Twitter, the Moon Boys over on YouTube, whoever it was, right? They were all, this is the next 100x, go buy this, go do that. And it was just all like hype and speculation. And that's what got people in, like Dogecoin, right? When Elon Musk dropped that over on SNL, people went in and bought because like, oh, Dogecoin, what is that? I want to know about that. AMC, like GameStop, people went and bought those stocks because they heard about it. And most of the time, those people got wrecked. That's just usually how it is. By the time it gets there, the money's already been made. So the people out here shilling this the most, I'd take that with a grain of salt too, because they have no clue if this is going to do anything at all, unless they've got some insider information I don't know about. And if you do, hit DM us. But besides that, but yeah, the emotion part, you got to take the emotions out of this, right? Like if I'm a person right now and I've got this airdrop and this thing's worth $625 and I'm struggling to make my rent, I'm struggling to make some payments, dude, sell the shit out of this thing, man. Take your money.
Absolutely.
Go pay off your shit. If you got extra money to spare and you don't care about this, hey, ride the wave, man. It costs you nothing to get in. It costs you nothing to get out.
Well, that's even like goes back to even what like Demosthenes used to say. Like it was a gift to you. If you want to sell it, you want to do whatever you want. That's your NFT to do what you want with it now. If you want to use it to pay your rent or wherever you have to do, that's your NFT. That's it's for you. Do what you want with it.
Yeah. Twitter is so toxic, but also necessary. It goes right. It's like the marketing aspect of it. I mean, I try to stay away from the noise and, the people that are just shouting about the same stuff all the time. I don't usually tend to follow or ever listen to. I mean, if you're taking your advice from the people you see posting stuff over there, I suggest you go ahead and dig a little deeper into what your own goals are. I mean, just personally, that's just my own opinion on listening to that. But that hype and that sense of community is what gets people excited. And it's unknown. And that's what originally, I guess, got us back, got us into NFTs in the first place, was the unknown, the excitement, the hype, the money. And this has all of that right now.
Yep. Well, outside of this, like, I honestly don't know, because I haven't really checked too much or dug deeper for this, but what else is minting or coming up right now? It's coming up soon, even this year.
I mean, you got like updates to projects. I mean, the only mint I just saw, we referenced the Omen mint, which we'll talk about that coming up in December. That's absolutely dope. But I think the best thing that this can do right now is still just be ominous. Like that is the best thing that it can do at the moment. Now, if they've got some crazy announcement that just blows us away, great. I think the more that they do these kind of tweets and keep teasing us, the more like it just strings it along. But eventually they're going to have to do something. Unfortunately, I don't know if it'll ever surpass the hype that it has right now, but I've seen crazier things happen. But December 1st is the date to watch out for. They've been teasing that over in Latin. So we've got a few more days here before that happens. When is the 1st? Is that this Saturday? Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
All right. So Friday, we'll know more.
It's either going to pump it or crash it, honestly.
Or they string us along for the next update. I don't know. If I was them, dude, I'd keep drip feeding
going. Of course.
Keep drip feeding me over here. I don't know, man. This price point for me, if I want, I'm not gonna lie. I've had collection offers as high as 1,400 ADA on this.
You want to sell it?
Yeah. No, like I've actually sent in for a second one.
You want a second one? I got you.
Yeah. I was trying to grab a second one, and the floor just kept running on me. So I'll see where it establishes that. We'll see who takes what. I mean, I definitely, if you like the swing trade, I've been seeing, I mean, people are buying at this price sometimes, and then, we'll get a collection. And you got a little couple hundred ADA gap. But in reality though, this price point isn't too crazy compared to other chains out there, right? Like this is
No,
literally
it's not. But most people on this blockchain came here because it was more honestly affordable than the other blockchains.
yeah. And I mean, maybe a little some more secure, the communities, maybe a better vibe over than that. Money wise though, I mean, this isn't really a crazy floor though when you think about it. Yeah, 1,600 a is a lot of money, but it's not out of the realm of like holy shit. This is like thousands of dollars. It's a few $100. I think it's just funny, like the amount of like hate that it's got.
It's insane. Like I said, I'm not hating on it. I'm being a little skeptical, but I love what they're doing. I do. I love that mystery thing they're doing. Other people are talking about it. I think it's great for the space. I think it's healthy for the space, honestly.
I think it gets people excited, and that's what you need to get people from other chains and other people talking about us. Right now, Charles is having a field day over there, just telling people to fuck off, and he's got all kinds of like ICO, Monad Alexander and him are battling, dude. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on there. The Binance thing, which he hadn't even talked about that, but that's the conversation for another day, I think.
Yep. Oh, Shiny, you are right. Goombles dropped the mint announcement today. It's December 13th. That's cool.
I did see that. Maybe we should talk. Should we talk that, or should we want to go ahead and save these for these podcasts over here? I don't know.
We'll save. Oh, we're not doing a podcast this week.
Even better then. Maybe we get. Let's talk. Farmer Nash, where you at? You still in here, chat? You want to come on next week? let's talk some Goombles right away. Over here. Agreed though. Some great marketing. Charles is the four. Can you imagine?
Okay, so then that might hold the floor.
The hate makes me bullish. I agree. Hugs not rugs. I want to be holding something that everybody's hating on right now because that just brings more and more attention. Absolutely. I'm in the same boat. If Slum posted about that thing and anything, it'd be in the thousands. Agreed. Most people just don't want to deal with Cardano. It's not the fun and attractive chain. That's to say the least. But that time will come, man. That time will come over, you know. I don't know. They hate us because they ain't us, man. I'd love to go into a more deep dive conversation on just Cardano in general with these different wallets and all this onboarding that eventually will happen. But right now, let's just have some fun.
Let's do it. Let's have some fun, Tommy.
Hey. No, the player haters ball. Hey. Oh, man. I'm going to go watch that now.
I agree with you, CB. I'm bringing up your comment from before. Wait for the Bitcoin pullbacks to 25K. I think there might be another pullback for sure. I agree with that. Yeah, I think so. Not financial advice, but I do think there'll be another pullback.
Not financial advice, TJ. Not financial advice.
I wouldn't even say it's fun advice. Just not financial advice. It's not fun advice.
That's not even fun advice. That's just fuck advice. Yeah. Some fucked advice over there. Speaking of fucked, I will pull this out because I don't know when we're going to be talking about something next. But I definitely wanted to shout this out because maybe next week I'll have it for the podcast over here. TJ, you been following old money at all?
I have. I saw you got your, or you're going to get your actual printed bill.
My printed bill. Well, they had a big announcement over here. If anybody's following old money, which I've been seeing a lot more people get involved with, and this is where I love this project so much because they're so against the grain. They're not the typical, just PFP NFT project. There's a ton of fuckery going on. But with Hudro leaving this year, it left the tech part kind of like in the hole right now. They changed over from MF or Yeez, and now they've got a new guy over there. A new Barry True Dude is the new tech guy over there. And he came in there hot with an amazing quote over inside the Discord today. And I had to just give this because honestly, I read this and I just, tear just shed over there. He goes, holy shit, where is it? Right here. He goes,
zoom in on that if you can.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to zoom in on that. Navigating Hood's maze, I'm unfucking the fucked so that I may then fuck the unfucked. I love that quote. I'm unfucking the fuck so that I may then fuck the unfucked. Shout out to True Dude over there. But yeah, man, new tech, they tease a lot of new stuff over here. This is very True Dude over here. Got a new PFP inside it. Shout out to him. New robot inside the Discord. They tease new MX rankings over here. So you can see MX bills becoming included in that. That's a little preview to come. One thing they did tease was this new, I don't know, it's a new collection or what it is, XKR MNT. It looks kind of like a dogs on the chain right here.
It does. That does look just like the dogs on the chain.
But yeah, I have no idea what this is. New collection, whatever it may be. Something to keep an eye on the radar. But yeah, I wanted to dial it back to the physical prints section of this over here. Trix has been posting a bunch of new stuff over here inside the Discord, and these MX bills are being printed right now. I don't know if you guys can see this over on the screen, but holy shit, man. When I talk about like an art project and like actually wanting like a physical bill, like I see like the Ape Society sometimes they get like the apes on canvas. Like, dude, these MX bills and these 2.2 bills, getting them printed out, like the hand stamped stuff in the signed signature from Trix. Man,
they're pretty big too, right?
Oh, these are like a 2x4 out. They got a 40 by 20 or something along those lines. I forget the exact size of them. They're big though. You can see his feet right here. These are on the table.
This is the kind of art that's like perfect behind like your desk, like where you sit in your chair in your office. It's right behind you.
Oh, 100%, man. It looks so good. He's got a couple of mine right here that you can see over on the screen. I think I posted them. Can you see this right here?
Yes.
So this one is my MX right here that I got. I just love the colors on this one, and I was a big fan of the just the way it looked. So I've got this one printed right here with the little gold band, and then I've got the my first ever 0.2 that made me an MFer way back when. And the reason I love
you get both of them printed out?
I got both of them printed out, yeah. And the reason I got this one printed out is it's perfectly sums up old money for me. It's just like we have the best government that money can buy, and I just love everything that they do, man.
Can you still buy and print these out or no?
I don't. He will probably open it up again, but right now, yeah, I think it's closed down. But when you do buy these things, you can get them in these big versions like this, like I said, like a 20 by 42 or 20 by 40. You get them actually signed and stamped by Trix and the signature and everything. And then he also has the bills that are actual dollar size kind of look right here. And these you can print, like frame these as well. So you get the actual like currency size with the little stamp and side signature from Trix. But
all right, CB, have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, take it easy, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us. But yeah, big shout out over. I just wanted to shout out old money for that because I'm looking forward to hanging that bill up.
Sweet.
And new stuff on the horizons, man. People are still looking to buy in on old money. I've seen they jumped up into like the top 10 at one point. I don't know if in the last 24 hours or not. Yeah, right here. Nice little inflow over here. So art project, a little bit of fuckery, and one thing that's kept them together, man, is in the community. A big shout out to old money. I just wanted to knock that out. I think we saved maybe a little bit of the Goomble stuff for podcast.
We're not doing one this week.
Fuck. So we got a Goombles?
Let's go to Goombles.
There you go.
I've done that already.
I keep forgetting, bro. I'm a couple of
honestly, it was yours and Tom's decision. I was fully ready to do one.
We gotta do game night though, and Tom's gotta edit.
We gotta do game night, he says.
We gotta do game night. Can't not have game night. Goombles though, shout out to Nash earlier over in the chat. We do not need to hit him up, man. We need to get him over here.
Yeah,
they dropped the alpha's coming out, and not only is the alpha coming out, but they've got their second mint, or their final mint, coming out over here, which is the remaining 5,000 of them, which there's 5,000 of these that are currently out. And December 13th, you're going to get your hand on the second 5,000. They are that minting services, Brave Dogs, and they go. Remember, TJ, you were talking about the round body, tall body for these. So you gotta, in order to whitelist, you can have a round body and a tall body Goomble, and you get to mint 2 with that.
Tall body floor is 278.
Are they really?
Yep.
Let's check that out real quick. Ooh. Damn. 278 over here?
Yeah.
See, that was the move then. You should have hoarded the tall Goombles over here. 280?
Yeah. I personally really have always liked those ones, the Gumford ones.
Yeah. Man, so that's going to get you your ticket into the whitelist over here for Goombles. Yeah, also they mentioned that there's an art upgrade. So that basically we've got a sweet surprise, a free upgrade of Goombles to be sprinkled with extra pixel magic, enhancing their charm without adding calories. Goombles will have a soon PFP-like body that is more pleasing and in line with what you can expect in game. Don't worry, your original Goombles art will still be accessible in the metadata. passive rewards. On top of all the in-game perks mentioned in previous posts, Goombles holders will soon earn passive rewards. The more Goombles you hold, the greater your passive reward generation will be. Stay tuned for detailed info before mint and game launch. Very interesting right here. So this is like that little body style. Remember we were talking about the Naru right here?
Yep.
I'll be curious to see how these actually are compared to like the current stuff that's out, right? Because obviously like adding little legs and things like that will be, wonder how that's going to work with these, or how that's going to look. I'm not really sure yet on how that's going to work.
I mean, I don't know. I think it'll make the branding a little better, but I like the other art too, though. Honestly, I do like.
I actually like the other art a lot.
I do too. I like it quite a bit. So I mean, I like them both now. I guess you could say. I'm not just saying that to be like an agreeing person. I do. I like the art. I think it's great for branding and for the game.
I mean, I kind of liked it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I needed to see it before more. This one, obviously, it's not. I'm assuming this is not obviously a detailed one.
What gave that away?
I mean,
just the one piece of candy on the tongue, and everything else is just.
Honestly, it's like it might as well just put a jelly cube over there and just put a different. I don't know, man. But yeah, what are your thoughts though? December 13th coming up soon. No price yet.
No, I'm pumped for it. I think it's great. I love it. I'm excited to see that. The rest of the collection. I'm
interested to hear about the passive rewards. I think that could be, if you can onboard people, because they're they've been showing the mobile previews for this on how, especially with the alpha, if that turns out well, imagine like in-game purchases for stuff and how some of that can be shared upon different users. It's definitely
a gaming or a brand that could be appealing to everybody, and I think they're nailing that just by these stills, or the screenshot visual here, because you got to think of even people older than us that play all those random mobile games that could get into this game here just because of the visual and the cuteness of it. It's about candy, game, all that stuff. You got to think of back when people used to play Farmville and Candy Crush and all that shit, just playing it forever and ever.
Yeah, I never was a big fan of like mobile gaming. I don't know why. I've been obviously a huge gamer growing up, but I never really got into too many mobile games. It's more something to pass the time, but I think I find my time now a lot of like research and just reading and crypto stuff. But if I got something that can take me away from that, or maybe bring me into the best of both worlds, then I'm absolutely all for it. I did get a chance to play this over at NFT LV. I didn't get the chance to do the actual multiplayer thing, but I did get a chance to see the screen pop back and forth.
Yeah.
Definitely an upgrade over the pre-alpha that we got to experience way back when. Like the whole art style has changed, which was like a big testament to the mobile partner that they partnered up with. And was it Magic Media Mushrooms or something like that? I don't know what the fuck it's called. Magic Media.
Well, even when we played that though, I knew going into that, like how you had to be have an open eye, and just because that's not going to be the final product. Probably nothing even close to that. You're just getting a feel for it. You're supposed to play it to break it in a sense. That's the whole point of those pre-alphas and betas and all that shit, just to kind of play the shit out of it, just so you can see what's going on with it.
Well, if there's a way to earn too, or do something that gives back, or maybe it's the Google or whatever it may be, that will be an incentive for everybody, at least in this community, to get involved. And then if it's fun enough, it will branch outside this. I know Nats has got a way bigger vision for this outside of just being a Cardano ecosystem. So good to see that we're getting in our hands here in this December. And it says, take down Sour and dual friends and 1v1s. No friends, no problem. Play solo and we will be your friend in Candy Combat. So stay tuned over here. Got a new mint from them. A lot of exciting stuff coming up from Goombles. I see it over here in chat.
The Cubs mint on Cardano. Yeah.
Have you seen that? I've seen.
I did. I saw some people skeptical about it, about saying that they're very similar to what was it? The
Sappy Seals.
Sappy Seals, yeah. So I mean, I didn't look any further on this, to be honest. Nothing against the project. I know nothing about them other than the few posts I've seen. So I'm probably not minting it, honestly.
Well, they mint tomorrow.
They do. That's what I saw there. So I'm probably not minting it.
You got a typo right here, guys. Make sure you fix that. I'm a spelling person. But anyway, 3:30 p.m. tomorrow UTC. If you guys are not in the polar list or the cub list over here, 85 ADA, 4,444. A reroll system was what I've seen over here. So if you don't like the trait you meant, apparently 25% of the cubs will randomly be airdropped capsules, and those capsules will be able to re-roll the cub into a brand new one and possibly a more rare one. So if you want a Gambler's Paradise, 1 in 4 chance that you may be able to re-roll it if you don't like what you get, which probably most people will want to re-roll it if they get one of those, right?
Yep.
My problem with this, I've seen obviously the Sappy Seals comparison. This right here, you know, all it is the Sappy Seals logo turned to the side a little bit. As far as the logo, this part of the logo, it's
Right.
and they added a little to like apostrophe marks, right? Like our quotations here. Now the actual artwork itself, yeah, the artwork itself, time.
Or is it time machine? It's a laser. It's laser. It's lasers. I don't think time machine.
No, I think it is time machine.
It is time machine. I remember that.
Yeah. I like this artwork better. Right here, I have to say that the PFPs I'm not really a fan of. I don't mind the face traits. I think the face traits looks like a little like Coca-Cola cub or something like that from like, you know, the polar bear Christmas commercials.
Yeah.
What I'm not a fan of from them is how high their shoulders are, dude. It's like they've got no neck. It looks like they're just like this. It looks like this, dude. I'm just like shrugging the whole. I'm mean mugging on you, dude.
It's supposed to be like little baby chunky cubs.
See, they look better right here. They got a little bit of a neck, right? But if you look at this, dude, my man's just.
They're the little chunky cubs.
Bro, he needs a neck. Give him a neck. You know, extend that up a little bit. Tighten that in a little bit. You know, I'm just. Remember that dude on the internet? The neck guy? Dude, he was just like
from was it the engagement? What is that show? The engagement, 90 days engagement or something like that? What was that?
No, the meme, the viral guy, dude.
Yeah, but he's from that show, 90 days engagement, whatever the heck it's called. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The neck guy, dude. I don't know what his name was. I think he did like a boxing match too. He has a crazy looking neck. It's like muscular as shit. But it's just what that reminds me of, dude. I don't know why. You know, give him a neck. You know, they got one here, kind of. See, like this needs to just be taken in. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, you know.
Oh my! Please, someone make it into a GIF or a me and Tommy's face.
Yeah, bro. No hate, bro. It's just that's my critique. If I had to critique,
no, you're hating hard on the neck.
I'm sorry, they don't got what neck? What neck, TJ? What are you about, you guys in chat? Are you minting these?
Hugs Not Rug says someone went crazy with the stuffing machine at Build-A-Bear. No neck.
I agree, man.
Check Discord. Let's see.
85 ADA though for 4,444. I can't see this selling out.
It's big. Tommy, pull it up in the Discord.
Did somebody get me?
Yeah, Rez did. Rez got it.
Come on, Rez, don't do that to me.
You know, no, not you. He's got the chat.
Oh, okay. Big Ed.
That's the guy. That's the guy Tommy's talking about. No one knows.
Oh, okay. There you go. They just need a neck. That's all I can say. As far as
so if they had a neck, you would mint it.
No, absolutely not. I 100% not. When I've learned this trick before. When people tell me that they're bringing the vibes and they don't got a DJ set, I'm out.
I totally overlooked the bringing the vibes thing. That's so funny.
When you're bringing vibes only, and that's all you got to offer me, and you don't have a DJ
project
set.
That said they brought the vibes, didn't bring the vibes anymore. Tommy was holding the bag.
I'm sorry, guys. If you guys are about the vibes, I suggest you just hang on for a few days and see if the vibes are really what you want. That is my nfaFA out there for you guys.
You get free pizza though, Shiny said.
I don't think that. Do I get a neck too to swallow that free pizza?
We just leave the Cubs neck alone.
No, man. I mean, this one makes sense, right? He's got a little like thing around him. It's like Santa Claus. If that's a Santa Claus beard and it's supposed to be where his mouth is, though, they done fucked that up. It's like just it fell off his face a little bit.
No, you were such the art critic now.
After the 400, dude, I didn't know.
Hugs Not Rug said not financial advice, neck advice.
nfaFA, NA.
Shiny said you can re-roll for a neck. These guys are good tonight.
You just need to bring it up. Like, give me a little extendo. Like, just pull it up a little bit. Sorry, man. Remember that little game we used to play when we were younger, like in high school? Nick, that's a Nick.
I don't even think it was a game. We would just say like a joke or something. Something again, you just hit the
That's
neck,
a South
the
Florida thing, bro. You just hit somebody, hit him, that's a neck. Like, I just want to fight you, man.
100%. We did a lot of dumb things as high school kids growing up.
Bro, sorry if anybody wants to mint Cubs tomorrow. Yeah. Do you, man? I will not be participating, but I wish you the best. I also will probably be holding on to my 400 until it goes to 0. So don't take financial advice from me. All right. I may go sell that 400 right after this thing. I don't even know. You know?
No, he's going to see a post and it's going to run up to 1,800. Now I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold the 2K.
If you had an extra 1,800 ADA right now, what would you do that?
Honestly, hold it.
Just hold it? You wouldn't buy anything with it?
No. I wouldn't buy anything right now.
No.
I'd rather have the ADA.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, man. Yeah, Jason, I agree.
Actually, I might want to make a play on like something Mallard, because I know they have their transformations coming out soon. Maybe a relic.
About the Raiders Guild, man.
But yeah, they added Ape Sidey to it.
Dude, I did. Did you do your tasks?
I did. Yeah.
Did you do your tasks for Taz?
I always forget though. No, I don't think there wasn't any tasks for Taz though.
There was definitely not for Taz, but for task they were.
Taz.
Right? See, check it out.
Oh
right?
no, that wasn't on mine. I clicked on it.
You better don't go get over there. Where am I at now, leaderboard?
I did it literally just.
I'm number 27, dude. Come on. I'm getting. How did Carlitos over here get an extra 30 XP? That's all I want to know. Demosthenes, how is that possible? I'm tied for second right now. Right. Over here. But yeah.
Second place?
Well, with a lot of people, yes. Right here. 665. 665. I've done all my tasks, but Carlito found an extra 30 XP somewhere. But yeah, no, A Society is now one of the projects over here on top of the Mallard Order. And I can imagine this growing. Somebody screen grabbed Hosky over here as well.
To the show. I knew they were on there. I just didn't show my tasks. I didn't.
You get a little nfaFA even over there, right?
As I saw, now it's showing them.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting as this grows, right? That you've got the power of engagement, like any of these tweets over here. Like if you click on any of these things, I think you can go look at myself over here. I think I've retweeted a few of these. Shout out to Rez also. Yeah, Rez, shout out to you for becoming a Mallard. I forgot. Yeah. Happy Mallard Monday over there.
Mallard Monday is right. I didn't realize you weren't a Mallard already. We talked about him so much. Rez Dicky this long? Come on now.
Oh man, look at that over there. Shout out to CB. CB got rated over there as well. Doing a little cold plunge over there with his daughters filming him. Little CBs. But you look at that engagement right there. 150 likes, 121 retweets. That's the power of this Raiders Guild and the marketing that comes with it. And now other projects that get to leverage this is going to be super interesting. And then eventually the reward shop, right? Like some of the rewards that may go up for doing certain raids or certain gold and XP that you get may incentivize people to utilize this a little bit more. For now, you need to be a Mallard holder to utilize this. Maybe in the future, for some of these like other projects, maybe you have to be a holder of the other in order to get it. I don't know. I'm sure they'll experiment with that. But
actually, side note, I actually really like the Ape Society logo they have right there. It looks clean in the colors.
Oh yeah, dude, these things are sick. They've got that. They've been rocking that for a while. See that?
No, I like that a lot. It looks really good.
Yeah, shout out to Society over here. No, I love that. They're one of the first to do this, and I saw Hosky on there, but then that got taken down, or maybe somebody was trolling me on that. But I think Hosky is another one, and I'm sure more projects will want to go ahead and onboard with this. I do love the logos for all this. So shout out to the OG invitation letter meta over here, the airdrop meta. Got to give props to the Raiders Guild and Mallard Order for everything that they built. I'm still here. But here's the question. Yes, 400 is doing its thing right now, and they're in the limelight. Will 400 be here next year at this time, like Mallard Order is? I can bet. I'd bet a lot of money on Mallard Order to still be here, showing up, doing their thing a year from now. And both these teams over here, I think there are two juggernauts inside the space. Although I think this one is extremely undervalued still at the moment for what it is that they are.
I agree.
So big shout out to Mallard Order. I've been seeing, like we talked about, people scooping up letters, getting some mallards.
Be careful, Tommy. Don't pump our bags. People don't like that.
Hey, nfaFA.
nfaFA, motherfuckers.
That's just our own personal opinions. If you guys are on our channel, you know we don't ever pump our bags and we'd only talk about your own stuff to make sure you get rich and we stay broke.
That's the truth.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, shout out to Mallard Order over here, man. It's shit's dope. I like playing with the different things that they've got going on. I think there is a huge market for this, and keep an eye on their relics, man.
They're really cheap right now. Just checking them out. They're 85 ADA floor.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody's dumping for those that 400 money. I
think so.
Look at that, man. Get yourself another set over here, and you may be able to burn it. If you
there was some fun, I wanted to get another Reset.
You want another one? Look at this. Is this a bundle right here for five?
Oh my gosh, 461. That is a hot deal.
For all
not
five?
Nice.
No, nfaFA. Damn, I might. Do I buy one of these or do I buy a Mallard?
How many Mallards do you have right now?
I only have 3.
Oh, you sold off quite a bit then.
Yeah, I took profits when they were like 1,400. I actually sold the top.
Honestly, I think the relics are the play right now. If you're gonna go to flip those.
Ooh.
You have 2 sets or 1 set?
That's a clean Mallard right there. I have 2 sets of relics currently.
Oh, all right.
Do I like the fart eyes? I don't know, man. I've been wanting a new Mallard. I just don't know.
510. Wow.
What is it? Laser eyes for 510. Yeah. I need to look at that. You got the robe right here for 550. Man, I don't know. I love the
like that clean purple Cardano eyes.
Bro, this one's clean too.
You love the static look.
I love the stats. That's composition notebook. Dude, that one's clean actually. I really like that one.
That is cool.
I haven't gone Mallard shopping in a while, and damn, look at that little bowl cut. They got the wooden. I don't know, man. I kind of want a Mallard now. I need to stop looking at this, but I really want a Mallard all of a sudden. What would
I for it?
I guess
I like the skeleton brain one. That was cool.
Where's that? Damn, that is a clean Mallard right there.
Another big brain.
I kind of want to buy one. What should I buy?
Check the floors for like the slime. See if you can get a slime one for cheap.
Feathers. Where are my feathers?
What's the floor on that?
Ain't getting them for cheap.
Floor. Right.
That's because they earn quite a bit.
Go to the cyborg one.
Woo.
4K, jeez.
That says a lot still, man. I would love a zombie, but this was a zombie. I think this was Ron Swanson's or somebody. I almost bought this for like 2K. He bought it for like 2,200 way back in the day. Yeah, 22. And I almost bought this and I didn't pull the trigger on it. And now he just hangs on to it. But unfortunate over there. I don't know. I'll need to go back and maybe I'll grab one over here. But that's a steal right now. 392 ADA.
Yep.
I really like this one too. That's a clean Mallard right there.
Swap a zombie for your 400.
Now you're talking, guys.
I think your camera battery's dying because you just kind of.
Oh, it's really dying right now. It's just beeping at me. I think that maybe that'll
wrap it up.
We almost did the 2 hours here, guys.
We did.
Hey, we got
that pretty quick too.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm gonna shut this thing down. Game night Thursday, Fortnite, Rocket League maybe. Jump over onto the channel. Tom will be there, hopefully. His internet's not out.
Also, we're testing it out. We might be on Kick that night too, testing that out. FYI.
nfaFA right there.
That's not. We can say nfaFA for that. Real quick, if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. If you want to chat for the last few seconds, hit that sub button. Come back every Friday, every Monday. We'll be
hold on, TJ. We can't end this stream yet without transitioning us over to
Oh, I should have done it with the hype rock music. Appreciate you, Hugs Not Rugs. Appreciate you, Jason. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. You guys have a good rest of your week. We will see you next time.